Uh, Hello all, welcome to this class on projection of solids, and in this class let's try to learn this problem on this cone. So far we have done problems on prism and pyramid, and this is a problem on cone. So the type of solid that is used in this problem is a cone, and the it is clearly mentioned. Okay, let's try to solve this problem. A cone of base diameter 40 mm and axis length 50 mm is resting on HP on a point on the circumference of its base such that its apex is at 40 mm above the HP and its top view of the axis is inclined at HP at 60 degree to VP. Draw the top and front views of the solid. Also determine the inclinations of the axis when the base is near to the observer. Okay, the first thing what you have to do it is just draw the XY line, select this normal line, select this line option and go to a normal line, draw the reference line. And next thing is switch on the caps, name it X, Y, X, Y, and then VP, HP. Next thing is for a cone, let's try to go with a circle, make it visible. So enter the diameter as 40, enter. For that you will have to use a visible line. So go again to a line, normal line, draw line. Now we'll have to draw a pattern. So go to select this line, go to circular pattern. So give the number of counts as 8 and give angle as 360 degrees, because it means to say that we are going to make 8 divisions, and after giving 360 degree enter, so just give enter. So we are going to make for the entire 360 degree circumference of the circle, we are going to make 8 divisions, and just click finish here. After clicking at the midpoint of the circle, click finish. The next thing is what we'll be doing is we'll just have to draw projections from each and every point, and before that even you can try to mention all the namings. So let's name this as A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and H. So all the 8 different points on the circle as A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and H. So the next thing is, and even try to name it OO1. So let's not forget that OO1. So OO1. So name it OO1, O, and within the brackets O1. So okay, so we have just done that as well. So next thing is we'll have to draw the projections from each and every point, and next then we can draw the front view. So let's try to draw the projections using normal line. So let's try to draw projections from all the points. So after that, from using the midpoint, let's try to draw the axis using go to center line. So from here, try to draw the center line at 50 mm. So give it 50, enter. And now go to visible line. So see that you are trying to join that visible line over here. And these two and even this base as well. So it's joined using a visible line. Well, from these 2 points, let's try to join that using normal line. So go to normal line. From these remaining 2 points, let's join that using a normal line. So let's join that using a normal line. So yes, so that's done. So we have just joined that using a normal line. So once you have finished doing that, let's try to do the namings. Let's try to finish that namings. So when the observer sees from here, wherever I've placed the cursor, so these points are visible, A, E, D, C, B, and A, while H, G, and F, that will actually be hidden. So E and A, so E in the sense here it will be E dash, and obviously here it will A, in the sense it will be your A dash, while the remaining 6 points B, C, D will be visible, while H, G, F will be hidden. So in D and F, D will be visible, so D dash, and within the brackets, as F is hidden, we'll be mentioning within the brackets, and here you'll be mentioning it as C dash, and within the brackets G dash, and here it is B dash, and within the brackets it is H dash, and here you also have O01 to be named. So at the top, let's name it O dash, and here let me name O1 dash. So once you do that, see that, let's try to do the namings, let's try to position those namings correctly, so it looks much neater. So go to move, see that the copy is switched off, so let's try to position it correctly. You can try to zoom this area much better, so now you can position it even more better. So let's try to do all the namings. Okay, so now all these things are done. So now let's try to fit. So now let's try to do the second stage. The first stage of the problem gets over now. For the second stage of the problem, they haven't given any clearly the angle, like you can just see here. It is inclined to 60 degree to VP. That one will be doing in the third stage. For the second stage, they haven't given any particular inclination angle or something. So for that, what we can try to do is we can try to, but instead of that, they have given something like such that its apex is at 40 mm above the HP. So this apex will be inclined at 40 mm above the HP. That means we'll just have to draw a reference line, and the distance between the XY line and the reference line is 40 mm. So here you can just see it is 42.58. So let's try to enter 40. And now first what you have to do, it is move this front view. Just copy it. So see that a copy is switched on. So instead of directly selecting it, let's try to zoom it and try to select only, try to using the control key, let's try to select only the lines. So after having selected that, let's try to move from this corner E dash, and let me try to place it over here. Now let me try to zoom that again. Only this area I'll try to zoom it. So let me try to, using rotate option, let me try to select this completely. So after having selected it, let me try to, click this as the center of rotation, and let me select from this, let me rotate from this point. See that exactly when you're trying to rotate this apex, exactly touches or at this point, so that now it's fine. Now your problem is fine. So you can go back and fit, and now just try to move all these points. See that copy is switched on. This is O dash, well this is E dash, well this is D dash, F dash, well all these points are moved here. See, even these points doesn't overlap on the lines. So instead, even these points, let's try to move these points also to a even more better position here. So upon the line, let's try to place it instead of on the line. So okay, so now we have just finished that. So now what we'll have to do is draw the projection lines. So let's try to draw the projection lines. So let me try to zoom only this particular area. Now let me try to even delete this dimension line, that's not required. So go to line, normal line. So see that you try to draw projections. O dash to O1 dash, O dash to O1 dash, and similarly it's like O dash to O and O1 dash to, and it's like O1 dash to O1. So O1 dash to O1 is here, and similarly from A dash. So from A dash to A I have drawn, and let's also draw from E dash to E, because all these 4 points exist on this horizontal projector. Now from B, C, D, E, F, G, B, C, D, F, G, H, let's try to draw from there. So from B and H, let's try to draw a horizontal projector such that it meets B at here. So this is a horizontal projector. So similarly from H, let's try to draw a horizontal projector till here. So that is H. So similarly from C and G. So from C and G we have already drawn. So see that from here let's try to draw a horizontal projector till here. C, let's try to draw a projector till here, and that color. I mean, next let's try to draw projectors from D and F. So from F, you can just see. Okay, we have. Okay, let's try to draw from here. From D and F, a vertical projector, and till F it is still here. And similarly, let's try to continue for D till here. So now we have just drawn all the points. So now let's try to move it. So before moving, let's try to name the points O01. So this is O, and which is O1. O1 is this. So let's try to name that O1. So O1. So we have named O01. Now let's try to name A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. So you can go to move, switch on a copy, and this is point A. So this is point A, and B, for B this is point B. For C, and for C the point is at here. So this is point C, while for D it is, and D is here, while this is D actually. So okay, so D hasn't been named correctly here, so actually this has to be D. So here it is not positioned correctly, so that's the confusion. So if D is still here, let's try. So this has to be D. So this is D. So now let's try to trim this lines. So D. So see that, click on a copy, and this is D. So D is also drawn, and E is well, this is E, while F is, this is F, while G is at, this is G, while H is at, so see that G is here and H is here. See the points, you're not getting confused with the points, so because it could be slightly a bit confusing. So H has to be here. So this is the point of H. So now you can just see A and E are opposite to each other, B and D, H and F, while G and C. So now so that becomes actually, that is, so these points actually mean a ellipse. So go to ellipse by 3 points. So select the first point as A. See that you are trying to draw that using a visible line. So second point is E, and the third point is G. So G is here, and click the third point there. So an ellipse is drawn. So okay, and you see that before even trying to proceed, So now you will have to know which one is visible, which one is hidden. So when the observer sees from the top, that means O dash and A dash, that will be visible, while E dash, the E dash is outermost point. So the lines that is coming from E to D and E to F. So E to D and F, so that one has to be hidden. So if you look here, E to D and E to F is nothing but a partial, one part of a sphere. So that part of a sphere has to be made hidden. So if you try to select that, the complete ellipse will get selected. So to avoid that, what we can do it is, you can try to zoom that, go to split option here, select this complete ellipse and split at these 2 points at G, and that is the first split point, and let's split even here at C. So now if you try to select this, so this part of the ellipse, so that one you can try to make it hidden easily. So go to hidden, so make that hidden. See that, let's try to make that 0.5. So that is done. So the next thing what you'll have to do it is draw a tangent line such that using a visible line. So using a visible line from here, so see that, try to draw a tangent line, and similarly from here. So try to draw tangent lines over there. So apart from that, just see what are the lines that has to be drawn, and O to O1, make it a center line. So go to trim. So trim this part and try to join that using a center line. So O to O1. So O to O1 will be a center line. You can try to even zoom this, so you can try to trim this as well, because when you try to trim this, now it's fine, perfect. So now we will have to move this. So you see that in the third stage, it is mentioned as the axis, it's inclined to 60 degree to VP. So what you do, go to a normal line. So go to a normal line. So just draw a line at 60 degrees. So at 60 degrees, let's try to draw a line. Measure that. So measure the angle between that. So it is found to be 57.88, make it 60 degrees. Now this axis has to be inclined at this, here at 60 degrees. So what we'll have to do it is, before trying to even move it, so we need these points on the circumference of this ellipse. So if you try to move it at a time, you will not get it. So even if you try to select this, not all points will get selected. All the points may get selected, but only those points, but you need those lines as well. So you see, when you try to select this particular line, you can just see here, you need this complete one. So what you can do it is, we can try to redraw some lines over here. So what you can try to do it is, between opposite corners, like A to E, let's try to draw a line. Similarly from H to D, let's try to draw a line, a normal line. B to F, let's try to draw a line, and G to C, let's try to draw a line. So now if you try to select, you can just see there is a line here, here and here. So you have just got 4 lines. So that means for all the points we have just got some lines. So from there you can easily draw projections. So it becomes very easy to draw the projections. That's the reason why we'll be doing that. So using control key, now select all that. Go to move, see that a copy is switched on, and press control and select all. Okay, now using control we have selected. So see that, from O, let's try to pick it and place it over here, somewhere at the top, somewhere like this, or even more top, or also is also even more top. If you place it also, it's fine, because anyways we are going to rotate it later. Now you can try to select that completely. Here you can just see this one has got, even this has got selected. So you can try to trim that. So now what you can do it is, you can try to trim these unnecessary lines. So select that completely. Go to rotate. So that copy is switched off. Let this be the center of rotation, and let this be the point to rotate from, the center or something. So let's try to here. Oh, that's fine. So now we have got it. So now, even if possible, if you want, you can try to move it a bit top. else you can try to leave it there. So now you can just try to move all these points. Go to move, see that switch on a copy, and move all these points. So move all these points. So let's try to move all these points. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and H. And O1. O1 and O. So now let's try to draw the projections. So let me try to draw projections from here. So from O to so you can try to trim that. So similarly from O1 and similarly now from every point like from A, let's try to draw a projection. And similarly from B, let's try to draw it till this point. And from C, and from D. So D is still here. And from E, let's try to draw till here. And from F, and from G is still here. Okay, so now I think we have drawn from all the points. So see that you try to name it. So from O to I mean from, okay, actually we have just made one mistake here. That is because this is from O to O1. O1 is not there, so this is wrong. So see that that is not there actually. So from O1 when you try to draw a projection, from O when you try to draw it has to meet here at O dash. So this is O, and this is A, and this is not even O, this is O dash. So make that O dash. So this is O dash. So O dash, and this is A dash. That is O dash, and this is A dash, and this is B dash, while this is C dash, while this point is D dash. So C dash, D dash, E dash, F dash, G dash, and H dash. So G dash, and this is H dash. So name that as H dash, H dash, and this one is O1 dash, O1 dash. So now we have got all the points. So you can try to even zoom it and place it correctly so that to draw the final front view it will become very easier. So go to move, see that the copy is switched off, and this is okay. Actually from here I think one projection we have missed it, so that has to be A1. So from here it is, so this has to be A1, not this has to be A dash, not that. Actually there is a mistake over here. So see that this point is A dash. Yes, so that point is A dash, while this point is B dash. This is C dash. So A dash, B dash, C dash, D dash. Well, that is, this point is E dash, and this point is F dash, E dash, F dash, and from G dash actually there is slightly a mistake. Once if you try to observe, actually we'll try to redraw that. So that projection, let's try to redraw that. So because only when you try to zoom it, you are trying to get it more better. So this is G dash. Okay, so let's try to name that point G dash. So let's try to move that. Okay, so that is G dash, H dash. So A dash, B dash, C dash, D dash. So this is E dash. So this is E dash, F dash, G dash, and H dash. So O1 dash and O dash also we have named. So now you can go to this curve option and see that. Let's try to join all these using a curve. Let's try to make it visible, and see that when you try to draw a curve, go to tools and switch off maintain relationships, because only when you do that you can try to draw. I mean the curve will exist at the end, else the curve will disappear. So using curve now, so let's try to join all these points. So this is A, this is B. Okay, so see that use this curve option, and see that tools switch off maintain relationships. Okay, so A, B, C, and D, E, F, G, H, and back to A, and see that is made visible. So make that visible. That is made visible, and once you make that, so switch on the maintain relationships. So now using a visible line again, so just try to draw a tangent line. Then later go to the center line and just join this using the center line. So I think with that everything is fine, and that ends the problem also, I guess. So I hope you have understood this problem. So thank you for watching. Take care. Bye. Hello all.